Hey guys, how's everybody doing? PigBenis here. We're on Planet Cyrene today. We're checking it out. This is going to be the fourth video I've done for this planet, and we come back every once in a while. We take a look. As you just saw, we're rolling with the E-FS and a level 7 today, and we're just going to see what we can find. Hopefully we'll find some different resources, maybe some crystals in the the energy matter. Holy shit, I'm stumbling my words already. There's a crude oil right there. I expect to find a lot of listing crude oil, because last time I was here, it was pretty much every drop that I found that stuff, and actually Zorn Star too. That was a big hit last time. So I'm hoping now that it's 4 months later, because last time I was here was in December. That it's 4 months later that we do find different resources, maybe some planet-specific resources. I know it's out there because I've seen it on the auction. I do check the auction of Planet Cyrene probably once a week just to see what's going on here. There's definite room for trading possibilities, which I'll probably mention a little bit later. But right now, Planet Cyrene in development, still hasn't had a so-called hard launch. We're just digging up this claim just to get it out of the way here. I don't think we're gonna dig up too many this episode, but so yes, as I was just saying, Planet Cyrene hasn't had a so-called hard launch, but they're really developing the planet, and they're moving somewhat swiftly, I would say. So I got to give the Planet Cyrene team compliments on that. It seems as though every version update that we receive, every content update, they are including more and more things to do here on Planet Cyrene, and also bug fixes too. But with the more content you have, the more bugs you will have. So as far as bugs on Planet Cyrene, I have not noticed a whole lot of bugs, but at the same time, I have not spent a whole lot of time here either. The time that I have spent here, I've noticed, a couple little things, like spelling in some of the missions, which, to me, that's somewhat insignificant as long as it's not a complete mission breaker. Granted, if, something was meant to go west and you were heading south, just as an example, that would be considered a mission breaker for me anyway. But it's not so many spelling errors such as that though. So that's definitely good. As I said, with the content updates, they are fixing tons of bugs. I mean, you could just look in their previous content updates. There's a tide claw. I got to give Cyrene props for their mobs. I think they're super cool looking. They've definitely spent a lot of time in designing them. And we're going to kind of do the islands here, and then we're going to head over to the mature Rhino spawn. And oh, nice. Oh, cool. 123 ped Iridium ore. That's the first. I've never gotten Iridium ore before, so I'm pretty happy about that. A planet specific ore. That's awesome. And it's like the first global that I have had in days. And I run a lot of I've been running a lot of D-class amps, especially on Arcadia, because some spots on Arcadia is just really worth it. Just take a sip off of that, and we'll refine it later. Yeah, man. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the last global I had was a Hoff. It was the star particles. I think it was 600 something pet after not the last video, but the video before that, I believe. So Cyrene, yeah, great looking mobs. The mature Rhino beetles, as I just mentioned, we're gonna head to their spawn. Just a crazy ass, super high HP mob that, it probably takes 20-30 ped, and I'm estimating, I really don't know how much it takes, but it takes a long time to kill. I've attempted to kill them once, and they completely owned me. And so perhaps a team hunt, or if you're really good hunter, then you could probably take them on. Super high HPs. I'm just gonna mess around with the camera here. Get a little water on the camera there, wash it right off. Alright, and we're gonna continue on here. Yeah, I love the water effects here in Entropy. I think it's cool that it washes up on the camera like that. So we're gonna drop a couple more here, probably 1 or 2 more drops, and then we'll head over. And I don't necessarily want to stay in one area. I probably would stay and mine the entire islands, because it seems like it's pretty good. But I want to show you guys, you know, just a couple of different areas. Yeah, that's it. That was a good amount of skill gain there. Should probably stay, but you know, let's move on. The map is still kind of funky looking. I don't know if that's a design that they want to go with, like the gridded map, but I think it really detracts from, you know, the other Planet Partners maps, and like it's got grids on it, and I think they should get rid of it or redesign the map. Maybe that's their theme, but I just don't think it really fits in with the Entropy universe. But you know, that's my opinion. And go with another Iridium. Nice. It's a good run. It's a good run, guys. Obviously, the Great helped us out here. So, gonna kind of cross here. Once we land, we're gonna refine some of that Iridium and take a look at its markup. See how well we did with it. I don't think it has a super high markup. Like, I don't think it's at 120 or anything. I think it's considerably less, but I don't necessarily remember it. I check the auction just about weekly here on Cyrene, just to see, you know, what opportunities can be had. As I said earlier in this episode, that there's definitely some opportunities here. For one instance, you know, being a miner, I always check the prices of amps on other planets. So the amps here almost have a 10% increase over and above other planets. Like a level 5 here kind of sells for 120, 125%. So as a trader, or someone, you know, that may have a lot of PED, you may want to buy amps on Cali, bring them here, and profit. So that's one way of making some PED here. And I would imagine that the players here would want to have more choices and availability to amps, because, you know, oil does sell here, Listerium is selling here, Zorn Star sells here, people are crafting BPs here. Now, I'm not saying it's a crazy good economy, because it definitely is not. It has a small auction house. I think as of today there's 12 pages on it. But there's definitely people here, and they're definitely attempting to make something of it. So I don't think I'll have any problem selling my ore and end matter, and then shoot off to Arcadia after this. But some of the BPs that may be worth looking at, there's some Zorn Star, some oil, lots of oil. I was hoping to really get some crystals or something different. Talking about the BPs, like the light power cell BP, and the resource that it used, I think it's oh my god, I can't even remember now, but I think the resource it used drops off of robots. But both the resource it uses and the power cell itself goes for like 160%. So if you're a hunter, you would want to go, you know, aim for that resource. And also a crafter, you know, you could probably pull off a 10% not necessarily 10% profit, but you could probably pull off some sort of profit converting that into whatever it is, the light power seller. Yeah. I think we're going to go to a different area, maybe to the south. This is the Rhino beetle spawn that I was talking about earlier. So if you guys have a team, a hunting team or something, try to go for them. Just make sure you have a ton of ammo because, like I said, it's not an easy kill by any means. So the forum for Planet Cyrene is a little rough. You know, it's God. Forums on the internet are. How do I put it nicely? It's just a slam fest. It's just a troll fest, you know. On the majority of forums, unless it's super moderated, these Planet Cyrene forums don't seem to be super moderated, and there are some people on there that just start crap, and they typically start crap that they never finish, you know. So if you do check out the forum on Planet Cyrene, don't let it discourage you from visiting the planet, because the team has done a great job so far, I think. You know, not only trying to fix bugs, but adding content, and you know, it is kind of a nice looking planet, shaping up to be really good. So come here and form your opinion before reading the forums, because the forums literally have not too much good to say about the planet. You know, it's a newly developing planet, so it's obviously going to have its problems and issues, but... Oh, just nailed that tree. And for the most part, it's just kind of a small group of people that like to bitch and complain, and not necessarily only on the Cyrene forum, but other forums as well. And, you know, I don't know... maybe because I can be a pain in the ass and a dick sometimes, but, like, why don't they just ban these people? Like, you could be objective and you can criticize, but at the same time, offer opinions on how to improve, not necessarily sit there and bitch and complain and not offer any objective comments that could help the development process. So, you know, we're going to go down here. We're going to check some things out. I don't think I've ever been... I mean, obviously, I must have been in this base because I got the teleporter, but I don't remember being here. Although I do remember when I first arrived on Cyrene, we had a bunch of teleporters already in place, maybe? Maybe this was one of them. Wow, I honestly, I can't remember. It's kind of funny because I'm like, well, let's look at different areas, and then, you know, since we're mining, we're just looking at the ground pretty much, so. But you guys get the gist. It's pretty nice. It's coming along. Maybe they'll hard launch in a year. Maybe it'll be 2. You know, who knows? They may not even hard launch. They just may go with the flow. Ooh, what? Wildstone. Let's check this out. Let's dig it up, see what it's all about here. I don't ever recall seeing this on auction. I mean, it's been discovered before, obviously, but 156 for the raw form. So, okay. Refining it. Let's see what the ingot form goes for, if it's gonna sell or not. It's got terrible volume. Terrible volume. 156%, but that kind of tells me a couple things. That one, it was initially purchased at, you know, a good amount of PED because either people were expecting it to rise in value for BPs, and actually that's exactly what it tells me, or there's just no need for it. So I mean, low volume just primarily says, hey, there's no need for this. Or it could just be that rare that it's got initial volume and that's it. Maybe people just aren't finding it. Could be anything, really. So we're gonna head back to Arcadia. Gonna do a kind of a somewhat of a real mining run. I'm gonna show you guys how I determine spots, how I figure out amp economy. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but we're gonna talk about it. What else? What else is going on? More Iridium. Wow, it's gonna take a while to dig all this up. So yeah, what the hell? We're gonna go, yeah. And it may not be a level 5. I may actually do like 3D classes or 4D classes or something like that on Arc. It's probably gonna definitely be Arc because right now it seems as though the best areas are on Arcadia right now. My visit to Calypso was pretty much a list fest, which didn't end up bad necessarily because list is going for 113, but it's definitely not ideal at all. In that last video I was hoping to get a lot more Dianthus than I got. I only got like 25 PED Dianthus. I was really hoping to get at least 50 PED of Dianthus, but you know, it doesn't always work out. It almost never works out. And when I do the videos, I don't ever go back and redo them. There's a Rhino beetle there too. Nice. So those 2 spawns there we ran into. I kind of want to go back and kill some, but I don't necessarily want to spend the PED in doing so. Alright, after this we're gonna tally it up. Yeah, that's it. See you in a minute. Alright, here we go. We are here at the trade terminal. We're going to tally up the run here, see how well we did. Obviously, I just went back and picked everything up. 253.98. Oh, that's awesome. That's really good. So, 111. Soaring Star 118. Cool. Yeah, we did awesome, guys. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and we got another video here in a day or two. Thanks for watching, guys.